Hello everyone, and welcome to Pokemon Let's Go Eevee on the Alexis Kiara Melania Productions channel. We will be covering the game all the way through. And I do apologize for not finishing up the Breath of the Wild Let's Play. Since it's considered old news now, I thought I'd move on to a different franchise this time. As you watch and just make comments and everything, please bear in mind that this was made on the weekend and that I was maybe a little bit tired when I was recording, so if you notice it cut away to a different part of the room, that's why. But let's get going with this. During the intro sequence here, I named my character Alexis Kiara, and that will be the name for the whole playthrough of the character, and then I named the Eevee Zelda after my favorite video game series, because I felt like it. So, moving on. As you can see here, we had to choose a name for our rival, and just as a loyal Game Theorist subscriber, I thought I would make an homage to him by naming the rival Matpat 2022, just to be cute and show my loyalty to the channel, which I have been subscribed to pretty much since its inception. I just don't get as much time to watch him as I used to, but moving right along. as you can see, we actually catch the first Pokemon in this one, as opposed to the earlier games where you got to pick it from some that were pre-chosen for you, which in Kanto it was Blastoise, or not Blastoise, I'm sorry, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, or Squirtle, Bulbasaur, or Charmander. Okay, I had to think about it for a minute. Sorry, it's been a long time. But yeah, you got to choose from those, and this game is a little different because you actually catch it yourself, and then your rival gets whatever you don't get. And so, since we got Eevee, he gets Pikachu. And I really hope that Matpat sees this and is kind of cutesy with this. But anyhow, we're moving right along, and our first battle is against our rival immediately, just to kind of put Eevee to the test, I do believe. And the battle progresses, and eventually I do win. In this playthrough, I'm not going to be showing every battle, mostly just the key battles like the leaders, the gym leaders, the rival battles, the Elite Four, and the SSN battles. And that's mostly just to save time. As we progress through the story, my Pokemon will get stronger, and it's going to be a different team from what I used last playthrough. This is not actually a blind playthrough either. I did one playthrough of this before just to kind of get myself familiar with the game so I could kind of know what I was doing, because when I do a Let's Play on games, I kind of like to know what... I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the interruption. But anyway, yeah, so my team for this is going to be different from my first playthrough, which was just a personal playthrough to get familiar with the game and kind of how the mechanics work. Because as I was playing through the first time to kind of get familiar with the controls and all that, I did notice that it's kind of like Red and Blue from the earlier generation, but it is also different because of the way it's set up and everything. As we go through, some of the older Pokemon fans will notice the differences, and the younger ones will be like, well, yeah, it's been like that forever, but you get that in almost any Let's Play you do. So another thing to note is that I will be covering Breath of the Wild 2 whenever we get it, and also we'll be covering Sonic Frontiers if I can get the game. Excuse me. Goodness. But yeah, so let's keep going with this. I catch some Pokemon. I think it's a Ratata first that I caught, and the catching system in this game is very different from what it was in the earlier games too. As you'll notice as I try to catch this. Um, it's, you can run away real easy. You can just hit run away and you'll go away from the Pokemon and you won't have any kind of resistance from the Pokemon itself, which is very different because when you did that in Red and Blue originally, you had to have your Pokemon in your party at a certain level, but in this game that's not the case. You can just pretty much escape from catching a Pokemon at any time. And let's see. Alright, so we get, I do believe, yes, it is a Ratata and a Pidgey and a Bellsprout, but I think this Bellsprout that I run into, it's kind of low level. And I beat Quill fairly easy after I caught my first few Pokemon because, well, mine were over leveled compared to his, I do believe. It's early in the game, so his Pokemon are still kind of low level, as are mine, but mine still wins, so yeah. And we're moving right along now to take this parcel from the Pokemon Mart to Oak's Lab, which is something you do also in Red and Blue. And Yellow. Yellow was my, early introduction to the Pokemon franchise, because I hadn't played Red or Blue, and I saw the special Pikachu edition, and I'm like, oh, Pikachu's so cute, I want this, and so, yeah, that's what got me into Pokemon. And then, let's see, battle goes good, I catch a few Pokemon, and I do believe I leave off here. in the Pokemon Center after showing it off, and basically it's done just like it was in Red and Blue. You turn your Pokemon in to Nurse Joy, she heals them, gives them back to you, and you just continue your adventure. Only thing to note on that really is that the Chanseys and Eevee, or not Eevee, I'm sorry, Nurse Joy herself is actually much more detailed here than in the original game, and everything looks beautiful in this game, I will admit right now. Everything, the art is nice, the character portraits are nice, everything is just beautiful compared to its earlier counterpart in Red, Blue, and Yellow. I never actually played many of the handheld games, which is why I went through and did this game, to kind of get myself familiar with the lore and everything. Sorry for all the coughing, I just have allergy drainage going on. Anyway, continuing on, and I do believe here that I leave off, and in part 2 we will continue our journey and catch some more Pokemon, and perhaps earn our first badge, maybe, and catch a few more Pokemon along the way. I don't know what Pokemon they will be, because I don't memorize what Pokemon are on routes, I just get what's there. So if you have a problem with that, just don't watch the series, is all I can think to say. Like I said, later on in this channel I will be going through Sonic Frontiers when it releases, and then I will be doing Breath of the Wild 2 when we finally get around to it. Hope you all have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!